My dear listeners, wise seekers of truth. What if I told you that a seemingly innocent act, accepting a gift, could become a silent saboteur of your life? Yes, you heard right. An improperly chosen present can unravel your fortune, fracture your bonds with loved ones, and even invite misfortune into your sacred space. Astonishing, isn't it? Even the most charming gift, wrapped in beautiful paper, can harbor hidden perils, unseen energies that can disrupt your happiness and prosperity. In the profound wisdom of Buddhist teachings, it is believed that certain gifts act as conduits for negative energy, capable of disturbing your inner peace and abundance. Today, we will unveil 8 types of gifts that should never cross your threshold, gifts that, surprisingly, attract misfortune. And stay tuned, because the final item on this list is the most treacherous of all. Chances are, you've already welcomed it into your life without realizing the potential cost. Prepare to be enlightened, let's delve into this essential knowledge together. But that's not all. Before we embark on this journey of discovery, if you are new to our community of seekers, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel for more wisdom, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your engagement fuels our mission to spread understanding and well-being. Number 8, edged gifts, knives, scissors, and blades. Gifting sharp objects like knives, scissors, or blades is often intended as a gesture of practicality, a helpful tool for the recipient. Yet, these items carry a profound symbolic meaning, a weight that can lead to unintended, negative consequences. In numerous cultures and spiritual traditions, including the ancient wisdom of Buddhism, sharp objects are perceived as symbols of division and disharmony. When you accept such a gift, it is said to symbolically sever the connection between you and the giver. This disruption can manifest in various forms, from minor misunderstandings to significant conflicts that tear relationships apart. While the giver's intention may be purely positive, the very act of presenting something so sharp can inadvertently create friction in relationships, damaging the harmony you once shared. From a Buddhist perspective, relationships are integral parts of the interconnected web of existence. Every connection pulsates with energy, and sharp objects disrupt this vital flow. They embody a cutting force, not just physically, but energetically, creating ripples of disharmony in your life. Even if you are not inclined towards spiritual symbolism, you might have observed disputes arising shortly after receiving such a gift. While it may seem like mere coincidence, these energetic imbalances are subtle and often escape our conscious notice. Many traditions suggest a simple yet powerful way to neutralize the energy of sharp gifts: offer the giver a coin in return. This small exchange transforms the act into a symbolic purchase, thus sidestepping the negative implications of the gift. But edged gifts are not merely symbolic of relationship woes, they can also cut into other aspects of your life, such as your financial stability or spiritual well-being. The sharp energy embodied by these gifts can create an invisible barrier in your life, hindering your ability to maintain balance and stability. For instance, you might experience unexpected financial drains, conflicts at work, or even a pervasive sense of unease within your home. It's not that the object itself is inherently malevolent, but the energy it represents can be disruptive if left unaddressed. This understanding highlights the importance of being mindful of the items we allow into our lives and their potential impact on our mental and spiritual equilibrium. So, if sharp objects symbolize discord, what about gifts that represent emptiness? Now I'm going to tell you the most important thing. As we move to number 7, empty wallets or purses, you'll discover why even the kindest gesture can introduce the energy of lack into your life, impeding prosperity and success. 7. Empty wallets or purses. A wallet or purse is often considered a thoughtful gift, symbolizing hopes for good fortune and financial prosperity. However, when presented empty, it takes on a completely different, and less auspicious, meaning. In many traditions, including those deeply rooted in Buddhist teachings, an empty wallet or purse signifies lack, scarcity, and financial hardship. This symbolism is grounded in the principle that energy flows in the direction of intention. By gifting or receiving an empty wallet, the intention of abundance is absent, creating a void that can manifest as stagnation or difficulties in the recipient's financial life. The act of gifting an empty wallet might seem harmless, but it subtly programs the subconscious mind to associate finances with emptiness. A wallet is not merely an accessory, it is a vessel meant to hold wealth. When it is presented empty, it sets a tone of future lack. This belief is why many people wisely include a small token, such as a coin or a banknote, inside the wallet before gifting it. This practice ensures the energy of prosperity is present from the outset, allowing the recipient to associate the gift with abundance rather than scarcity. Such simple yet meaningful gestures are part of the broader spiritual principle of creating balance and harmony in all facets of life. The negative effects of receiving an empty wallet are often not immediately apparent but can unfold over time. You might find yourself struggling to attract new opportunities or feeling as if your financial progress is inexplicably blocked. While it's easy to dismiss these occurrences as unrelated coincidences, spiritual teachings emphasize that the objects that surround us and their inherent symbolism can profoundly influence our lives. An empty wallet, though seemingly insignificant, can carry the energy of limitation, which then affects your mindset and the decisions you make. To counteract this, it's essential to either politely decline such gifts or, if accepted, immediately fill them with money upon receipt, resetting their energetic intention. As we've seen, even well-meaning gifts can carry unintended energies that disrupt the flow of abundance. But what happens when a gift carries someone else's energy, history, or struggles? The important thing is ahead. In the next section, we will explore number 6, used clothing, and delve into how accepting such items might burden you with the unseen weight of their past. 6. Used clothing. While receiving clothing as a gift is often a thoughtful gesture, accepting used or second-hand clothing is viewed with caution in many cultures, particularly within Buddhist teachings. Clothing is more than just a necessity, it is an extension of one's identity and personal energy. When you receive used clothing, it is believed to carry the energy, emotions, and experiences of the previous owner. Whether it's a hand-me-down from a loved one or an item discovered in a thrift store, the energy embedded within the fabric can unconsciously transfer to the new wearer, affecting their personal energy and spiritual balance. This is especially significant if the previous owner experienced emotional turmoil or financial hardships, as these energies can linger in the clothing, creating an invisible burden for the new owner. From a Buddhist perspective, maintaining clarity and purity in both body and mind is paramount. Used clothing, being a reflection of someone else's past, could potentially interfere with this purity by carrying unresolved emotions or negative energy. Even if the previous owner has long since moved beyond their struggles, the item itself may still retain these energies. This is why many spiritual traditions advise against accepting used clothing, as it can disrupt one's personal energy field. Moreover, clothing is not just a practical item, it holds symbolic value, representing your relationship with yourself and the world around you. Wearing someone else's clothing can blur the boundaries between your personal identity and the energy of the previous owner, creating a sense of imbalance or confusion. Another aspect to consider is the emotional connection linked to used clothing. If the clothing was once worn by someone who has passed away, endured a personal tragedy, or navigated a period of hardship, this energy can remain attached to the fabric. Accepting such clothing could inadvertently invite similar experiences or emotions into your own life, whether consciously or unconsciously. The subconscious mind is exceptionally receptive to energy and symbolism, and something as seemingly simple as a sweater or a pair of shoes can unknowingly draw these energies into your personal space. In Buddhist teachings, it is essential to be mindful of what we allow into our environment, as everything around us has an impact on our mental and emotional well-being. However, not all used clothing is inherently negative, and it's important to consider the context. Sometimes, second-hand clothing can carry positive energy if it was given with love or if it has been cleansed or blessed. But the general wisdom is to be cautious with used items, especially when they come from someone you don't know well or when you sense an inexplicable unease about the item. By declining such gifts, you protect yourself from inadvertently carrying the emotional and spiritual baggage of others. This concept extends to other items with personal histories. So, what about gifts that carry an even deeper spiritual burden, bearing the weight of someone's intentions or past actions? Let's move on to number 5, religious or spiritual artifacts, and understand why accepting them might impact your own spiritual path. 5. Religious or spiritual artifacts. Receiving religious or spiritual artifacts as gifts might appear to be a meaningful and thoughtful gesture, especially if the giver is well-intentioned and shares your beliefs. However, such items can carry a substantial amount of spiritual energy and symbolism, which may not always align with your personal beliefs or current spiritual state. Many religions, including Buddhism, emphasize the profound significance of sacred objects, and these artifacts are considered to hold potent, concentrated energy. When you accept a religious or spiritual item without fully understanding or respecting its purpose, you risk inviting confusion, imbalance, or unwanted energies into your life. From a Buddhist perspective, sacred objects serve as tools to guide spiritual development, such as statues of deities, prayer beads, or specific symbols. They hold deep meanings and are typically used with great reverence, intention, and understanding. When someone gifts you such an artifact, the item carries their own spiritual energy, intentions, and beliefs. If these do not resonate with your own, it can create internal conflict or disrupt your spiritual journey. For instance, if you receive a Buddhist statue from someone who practices a different religion, the energy it carries might clash with your own, causing confusion and hindering your connection to your own faith. Furthermore, certain spiritual artifacts can be deeply personal. A prayer bead set, for example, holds the personal prayers, intentions, and spiritual growth of its previous owner. Accepting such an item without the necessary understanding of its power and sacredness can lead to spiritual imbalance. It's crucial to approach these gifts with the utmost respect and reverence, as they are more than mere objects, they are vessels of energy. In some instances, receiving these items without the appropriate connection or understanding can inadvertently create a sense of spiritual confusion or unease. This is why it is often advised to politely decline such gifts or ensure that you are fully aligned with the energy and intentions they carry. The key insight is that accepting religious or spiritual artifacts is not merely about receiving a gift, it's about respecting the energy and traditions they represent. If you are uncertain about the item or its significance, it's important to take time to assess whether it harmonizes with your current spiritual path and whether it might introduce any unwanted energy into your life. Gifts like these can have a lasting impact on your spiritual journey, either elevating your practice or causing disturbances. So, if religious artifacts might disrupt your spiritual path, could other personal or mundane gifts carry a similar weight? Let's move on to number 4, old mirrors, and see why these items can carry a heavy spiritual burden. 4. Old mirrors. Mirrors have long been regarded as potent tools in various spiritual and cultural practices, often symbolizing reflection, truth, and self-awareness. However, receiving an old or second-hand mirror as a gift is viewed with caution in many spiritual traditions, including Buddhism. Mirrors possess the ability to reflect not only our physical image but also our energy, thoughts, and emotions. When you accept an old mirror, it is believed to carry the energy of those who have used it before. The reflections of their experiences, thoughts, and even emotional states could be inadvertently transferred to you. These unseen energies can attach themselves to the mirror, making it more than just a reflective surface. Its energy can subtly shape your own perception, influencing your mood and overall well-being. Buddhism teaches that everything around us is interconnected, and this includes the items we keep in our environment. Mirrors, in particular, are seen as powerful tools that hold the potential to affect not just our self-image but also our spiritual path. A mirror in the home is often used to reflect light, clear the mind, and create balance, but an old mirror, one with a history, can introduce energy that does not align with your current state of mind or spiritual growth. Just as mirrors can reflect the external world, they can also reflect the internal, amplifying your thoughts and emotions. An old mirror may unknowingly magnify negativity or unresolved issues from the past, making it difficult to maintain clarity and inner peace. The effect of an old mirror is subtle yet powerful. In some cases, it can reflect past trauma or emotional baggage of those who previously owned it. If the mirror was once in a space where arguments, sadness, or confusion prevailed, it could be carrying the residual energy of those emotions. Accepting such an item as a gift means you are unknowingly inviting that energy into your space. It can disrupt your sense of balance and clarity, preventing you from seeing your true self clearly. That's why it is often advised to avoid secondhand mirrors, or if you must accept one, to cleanse it spiritually before bringing it into your home. Cleansing rituals, such as using sage or salt water, can help reset the energy of the mirror, removing any lingering negativity and allowing you to use it for your own reflection and growth. Furthermore, mirrors are considered sacred objects in many traditions because they offer a glimpse into the true nature of reality. In Buddhism, the mirror symbolizes wisdom and the ability to see beyond illusions. When an old mirror is gifted, it may be attached to certain illusions or misunderstandings that no longer serve your spiritual path. This is why receiving an old mirror can be seen as potentially detrimental to your personal and spiritual journey. The energy embedded in the mirror could cloud your perception, making it difficult to maintain the clarity and focus needed to move forward. As we transition from mirrors that reflect the past, let's explore number 3, clocks and watches, and how these timepieces can influence your perception of time and your life's energy. 3. Clocks and watches. Clocks and watches are deeply symbolic of time and the way it governs our lives. They serve as constant reminders of the passage of time, the limitations we face, and the opportunities we must seize. When gifted to someone, however, these timepieces can carry a heavier burden than just their function of keeping time. In many cultures, including Buddhist teachings, clocks and watches are viewed with a sense of caution. This is because time is a finite resource, and the energy of time, when given as a gift, can subtly influence your life's trajectory. It can carry the weight of urgency, stress, or even the fear of running out of time. If someone gifts you a clock or watch, especially an old one, the gift may not just be about measuring time. It could represent an attachment to past moments, regrets, or the unconscious pressure to hurry through life. The energy of a clock or watch is deeply connected to your relationship with time. Buddhism teaches the importance of being present in each moment and cultivating mindfulness. However, receiving a clock or watch can inadvertently remind you of deadlines, schedules, and the feeling of constantly needing to catch up. This can interfere with your ability to remain grounded in the present moment, creating an underlying sense of anxiety. Old clocks, in particular, can carry the energy of a past owner's relationship with time, whether it was filled with stress, haste, or a lack of satisfaction. These energies can become embedded in the item, subtly influencing your perception of time and possibly leading to feelings of urgency, impatience, or a sense of being overwhelmed. Moreover, gifting someone a clock can signify the desire to influence their future. Clocks are reminders that time waits for no one, and in this sense, gifting one can carry the unspoken message of running out of time or not having enough of it. This can unknowingly cause the recipient to become fixated on time, whether it's a constant awareness of how little time they have or the pressure to achieve certain things within a set time frame. From a spiritual perspective, this disruption of the flow of time is a distraction from the present moment, where true peace and clarity reside. Accepting such a gift may pull you away from mindfulness, making it more difficult to appreciate the beauty of the present and instead focusing on what is past or what is yet to come. If you've ever received a clock or watch and felt a sense of unease or pressure, it may be due to the spiritual energy it carries. It's important to recognize that time itself is an illusion in many spiritual teachings, including Buddhism, and that the gift of time-related objects can cloud your perception of life's true purpose. To counteract this, it's important to maintain a mindful approach to the clock or watch and not allow it to become a symbol of limitation or stress. But what happens when the gift itself is something more mundane, like number 2, broken items? How can accepting something that is already in disrepair affect your personal energy and well-being? Let's move on to explore this next. 2. Broken items. One of the most common items to avoid accepting as a gift is something that is broken or damaged. In Buddhism and many other spiritual traditions, broken objects are considered to carry negative energy, often representing brokenness or unresolved issues. Whether it's a cracked vase, a broken lamp, or even a chipped plate, these items are believed to symbolize a disturbance in the flow of energy. Accepting broken items as gifts can unknowingly invite negative energies into your life. When an item is broken, it is seen as incomplete, which might subtly transfer this feeling of incompleteness into your own life, leaving you with a sense of dissatisfaction or a lack of wholeness. Broken items are symbolic of something that is no longer functioning as it was intended to, whether that's a physical item or an aspect of one's life. In the same way, accepting such an item might indicate that something in your life is out of alignment or in need of repair. From a spiritual perspective, the act of accepting broken things can unconsciously send a message to the universe that you are accepting imperfection, dysfunction, and negativity. Over time, this can manifest in your own life, where you may experience breakdowns or delays, as if you're unable to move forward smoothly, just as the broken item was once unable to perform its intended purpose. Another reason why accepting broken items can be detrimental is that it can foster a mindset of scarcity and lack. When we accept broken things, we may subconsciously attract more brokenness into our lives. The idea is that accepting damaged or incomplete gifts can reflect our own internal acceptance of imperfection or limitation. From a law of attraction perspective, broken items can reflect a state of attracting more negativity and challenges. It's vital to cultivate an environment where everything serves a purpose and holds positive energy, rather than living with items that remind us of what's not whole or functioning properly. So, if broken items are not a good choice, how about the most common item we hold dear but perhaps unknowingly shouldn't receive as a gift? Watch to the end and you'll find out the most important thing. Let's look at number 1, cash or money, and see why accepting it as a gift might be risky. 1. Cash or money. Cash or money is one of the most frequently given gifts, especially during festive occasions or celebrations. While it may seem like a practical and generous gesture, receiving money as a gift carries with it a significant spiritual burden. In Buddhist teachings, money is seen not just as a physical medium of exchange but also as a symbol of the energy you attract into your life. Accepting money from others can, in some cases, create an imbalance in the energetic exchange between the giver and the receiver. When you receive money as a gift, especially from someone who may have financial struggles or negative intentions, it can carry their energy along with it, leading to an unintentional exchange of their challenges and financial blockages. Buddhism teaches that true wealth is not merely about material possessions but about cultivating an abundant mindset and a balanced approach to life. When money is given as a gift, it can inadvertently disrupt this balance. The giver may carry their own fears, stresses, or anxieties related to money, which can be transferred into the cash you receive. This energetic transfer can result in subtle feelings of insecurity or lack in your own life. If the giver has an unhealthy relationship with money, whether it's an obsession with wealth or stress over financial struggles, those energies can enter your life and disrupt your peace. This is why many spiritual practices discourage accepting money as a gift, as it can carry the vibrations of the giver's financial state, whether positive or negative. From a spiritual perspective, money is a reflection of your own values, intentions, and energy. Accepting money without being mindful of the energy attached to it can create unwanted attachments or dependencies. Money, when given with the right intentions, can be a beautiful gift that supports prosperity and well-being, but when it's given out of obligation, guilt, or expectation, it can have a draining effect. For this reason, it's important to approach money gifts with discernment. If the intentions behind the gift are not clear or aligned with your own values, it's better to refuse such gifts to maintain your own energetic harmony. Now I'm going to tell you the gist. So, what is the best way to receive and give gifts that carry positive energy and attract abundance? Perhaps it's time to rethink how we approach all types of gifts, from material items to emotional exchanges. To protect your energy and maintain balance, it's essential to be mindful of the gifts you accept. Broken, old, or money-related items can carry unwanted energies that disrupt your spiritual well-being. Choose gifts that align with your values and bring positivity into your life. If this video has resonated with you and helped illuminate your path, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe to our channel for ongoing wisdom, and share your reflections in the comments below. Stay mindful, dear listeners, and attract only the most radiant and harmonious energy into your life.